What's up guys, FlamingVictini here, and welcome back to Pokémon Showdown for another PS Live. This one's just going to be chill, laid back, and thank you so much to all of the new subscribers who came to my channel. I got like 60 new subs, which is absolutely phenomenal. I'm just so grateful that you guys came to support me, and I hope you guys are enjoying the tour coverage that I've been doing. So anyway, let's just get right into the first game. I'm going to be using a team built by my SPL teammate Cicada. He built this Pinsir Zygarde team, which I thought was really quite interesting, and I wanted to give it a try out on the ladder. So my opponent is running just bare hyper offense with Gyarados, and he's got a Conkeldurr, which is really quite good. And I've actually built a similar team before that has 4 out of 6 mons the same. I had a Jirachi and a Raikou in place of Magnezone and Thundurus, but I think I mean his Chomp may not be Tank Chomp because he has 2 electrics and 2 waters, so he may not be as worried about Talonflame. And he also has Magnezone for the Pinsir, for the Scizor, but I definitely want to pressure that Garchomp, get the hazards working in my favor early on, but I want to lead off with my I don't know if it's banded Azumarill. I have no Azumarill switch-ins. I'm going to lead off with my own Azumarill as he leads off with his Azumarill, so I'm just going to go straight for the play rough. If his Conkeldurr is fast, it would probably be able to outspeed my Azumarill. Since it is Assault Vest, it's not running a ton of speed, and if he is banded, then this is not really good for me. But it turns out I am actually faster as he goes for the play rough, and that does quite a bit more damage, so I'm thinking he is banded, but probably slower, and I could easily see him going to his Magnezone right here, but I don't know how to act on that one. And because of the Garchomp is so... oh, it's actually leftovers. That's quite interesting. I'm going to go to my Garchomp then in that case. I was considering going to my Magneton and trying to trap this thing trapped into a Flash Cannon, but instead I'm just going to go into my Chomp and just get those rocks up as he does switch out to the Thundurus, which is not a problem for me. So right here I can see him going for the HP Ice, so I'm just going to pull a switch into my Magneton, and then just I could click Volt Switch if he tries to, if he doesn't realize I'm Scarf. Alternatively, I could pull a switch into my Latias, predicting his Garchomp, and I think I want to pull the switch into Latias, expecting his Garchomp, because it actually has Volt Switch, which is quite interesting. So in the future I'll go for the Volt Switch on this thing. I don't think he realizes that my Magneton is Choice Scarf, and the reason you use Choice Scarf Magneton over Magnezone is so that you can hit that you can hit the Jolly Talonflames. They won't be able to Flare Blitz you like they will be able to Flare Blitz other mons. But he actually goes to his Gyarados. I want to Draco Meteor this. He can Mega Evolve and Crunch me, and I think that's what he chose to do. But I can't afford to let him get up a Dragon Dance for free. As does he go for the Dragon Dance? No, he just goes straight for the Crunch. So right here, I could use this as an opportunity to Mega Evolve my Pinsir, and or I could go Zygarde. I don't know. Extreme Speed should kill this thing. I think I want to go Zygarde because I want to get damage on that Garchomp before I try to go ham with my Pinsir. But this thing actually might be a bigger threat to his team than my Pinsir is, because this thing is a monster. Oh my god. The Conkeldurr can tank a Outrage probably and Ice Punch me, so I need to be wary of that. But I clicked Extreme Speed, right? Yeah, okay. And yeah, down goes the Gyarados. So now we're even 5-5, and now right here I can see him going to his Thundurus, but I don't know how much Extreme Speed does, as he does go to the Thundurus. So I'm just going to go to my Magneton right here, as I'm hoping he just goes for another HP Ice, as that's exactly what he does. And he could go to Garchomp here, but I'm going to Volt Switch here, as he does not realize I am Scarf, like we saw from the first time, and he just lets that thing drop, which is great for me. So right here I want to go to my Zygarde. It pressures his team quite a bit. It beats the Magnezone, it beats the Azumarill because they're low. I can outrage the Garchomp, which really makes it so that Pinsir wins now that his Thundurus is gone. And if he goes Conkeldurr, I can just sack my Garchomp, get some damage on that, and bring in my Pinsir, which is just really great for me. So I think Zygarde plus Pinsir will be able to clean off this game quite easily, as this guy is taking his time. He does go to the Conkeldurr, So I'm just gonna sack off my Garchomp right here. I could alternatively sack off my Azumarill. I think I'm gonna sack off my Azumarill just to stop. Yeah, I'm just gonna sack off Azumarill. I think it's less useful than Garchomp's Rocky Helmet and Rough Skin might be later on in the game. Now I can just go to Pinsir. I don't know if I'm Adamant or Jolly, and let's see. I think I'm Jolly, so I'm just gonna go for Frustration as he leaves in his Conkeldurr, so it just drops. And the moment I get damage on that Garchomp, that means Zygarde should be able to clean up this game. So he goes to his Garchomp. I'm just gonna Frustration this. He can do as he chooses. I'm willing to take. Yeah, that looks like defensive, as there's the Rocky Helmet, as he just sets up his rock, so this thing just wins. This Pinsir pretty much just wins, as he just leaves it in, takes another, and my Pinsir can't come back in, but it doesn't need to, because I just win. His Magnezone is leftovers, as we saw, and I should be able to quick attack this Azumarill and clean up the game, so already the team is putting in quite the work. There we go. So yeah, Pinsir wins this one. And I'm gonna start searching for another as well. We just rolled through this guy. Oh my god. I think he definitely could have used his Garchomp much better and not just left his Thundurus in on the Magneton. That was a pretty big misplay on his end. As we've got Hikari -1. Okay. So we've got Pinsir Rain, actually quite interesting. As Pinsir Rain, that's quite an interesting choice, but I'm going to lead off with my Magneton. It pressures his team quite well, as he does lead off with the Politoed. I'm just going to go for the Volt Switch, as he does go to Ferrothorn. I thought he might, but now this means I can bring in my Pinsir and start pressuring him pretty hard. So I don't know how much Gyro Ball does to me. We finish this game, so I'm going to calc Gyro Ball. Oh, Ferrothorn. OU Utility versus Pinsir Mega. And Gyro Ball, yeah, I don't want to get the drops yet, so I'm just going to go for the return. As Frustration rather, as he's probably going to get up his hazards, but I don't want to get drops and then get Gyro Balled, as he actually has T-Wave. That's nasty. This guy is nasty. But I'm just going to go for the second Frustration to take this out, as I am still faster, which is great. I don't know, maybe he's Gyro Ball T. That makes no sense, but he goes to his Pinsir, and I'm gonna go to my Magneton, expecting the return from his end, or the Frustration rather, as that's exactly what he goes for. And this is another Volt Switch for me, really freely, as he goes to his Latios. And now that I've removed that now that I've removed the Ferrothorn, my Azumarill can put in a lot of work. At the same time, I want to be very careful. I think I'm probably going to Healing Wish out my Azumarill later on in the game, because I don't really have anything better to take on this Latios, but I want to have my Azumarill healthy for that Kingdra. So, oh, he actually reveals a Thunder. Good thing I am Assault Vest, and I do hit my Play Rough and take down that Latios. So now it's just I need to Healing Wish up my Azumarill. That's a priority for sure, and that I can do with my Latias on a Kingdra locked into a water move, as he does go to Kabutops. So he could Waterfall here. I don't want to go straight into my Garchomp, but I could. He could also just Stone Edge. I'm going to go straight into my Garchomp, see what he wants to do, as he does go straight for the Stone Edge. So I'm going to get up my Rocks, because that'll really pressure down his Pinsir, get some chip damage on the rest of his team, as he goes for the Waterfall. But now I should be able to outspeed this Kabutops now that the rain is gone. And I'm just going to go for an Earthquake. He can switch out to whatever he wants, as he does switch out to Politoed, which is just fine with me, as wow, that actually does a ton of damage. So I'm just going to go for another Earthquake, and I actually take out the Politoed, which is just simply phenomenal. That's really great for me. And now, now he brings in his Pinsir. He could CC very easily. I kind of want to save this though. But I do want to keep my Pinsir because it can go. Oh, actually, okay. So he does go for the CC. So I can use this turn as my turn to Healing Wish, but I don't think I need to. I think I can just go to my Magneton and Volt Switch right here, as he just leaves his Pinsir in to die, which is great for me. So now I'm gonna go to my Zygarde. I can extreme speed his team. I can do a lot of stuff, as he just forfeits. So yeah, we just commanded that battle and we took the win. So I think having a ground type on Rain is really good. As you saw, that Magneton was able to put in a ton of work, but this time this guy has also no ground type, so I can just Voltage around quite freely. But he definitely has some annoying mons in that Mew especially, and the Rotomosh is also a bit annoying. But just looking at his team's lack of a Voltage immunity, I am going to lead off with my Magneton. As it actually leads off with the Thundurus, I'm just going to go straight for the Volt Switch. If he stays in, I'll just go to my Latias. And if he switches, I'll get the momentum. And yeah, that Mew is the biggest problem, but I can see Pinsir pounding his team pretty hard, as long as I can wear down that Rotomosh. With well-timed close combats, I guess, I also need to break down his Thundurus so that Pinsir can really put in the work. But I am able to live Ice Shards from Weavile, so I need to keep that in mind. But I think Pinsir is my main way. Actually, Zygarde just rolls through him. Oh my god. Actually, no, he has the Altaria. But if I weaken the Altaria, then I can put it in range of a +1 EQ. Zygarde can put in a lot of work because of that Lumberry, but he does choose to stay in. I didn't want to go for the Thunderbolt in case he switched, and he actually goes for the Thunderbolt and reveals that he's leftovers. So right here, I want to go back into my Magneton because I thought he might. I didn't want to kill. I didn't want to kill something and then have him go to Mew. Have him go to Weavile. But I'm just gonna Volt Switch here into my Garchomp most likely, as he just goes for the Zen Headbutt. Does this thing learn Ice Punch? Because now I'm scared of this thing. But I'm just going to get up my rocks, and I can Toxic this later if I need to, as he just goes for the Roost. I'm going to Toxic this. Definitely want to get that Toxic on this, and I'm kind of throwing away. Oh, come on. So he actually goes for the Defog right there. I'm just going to set up my rocks again, because this way if he switches, then I get out my rocks, but if he doesn't switch, then I force the Defog again, which is in my favor. So I'm gonna Earthquake this, gauge the damage, as that does absolutely nothing. So yeah, I'm gonna get out my rocks again, as I'm kind of forcing in the Soft Boiled at this point. I'm just being careful about how I Toxic this thing, because he does have Synchronize, so I will get Toxic myself. But I think at this point it's time to drop that Toxic. And this guy's like, Toxic man, thanks. I don't know, I want this Mew gone more than I want my rocks, but I'm just gonna go for another Earthquake. If he wants to Defog, that's fine with me. I'm just gonna get out my rocks again. And he can spam Defog. I'm okay with not getting up rocks and killing this Mew. And if he wants to, yeah, okay, he just goes for the Roost. So he wants to obviously Defog right here, but I think I can just go to my Pinsir. And I can get up my, oh, he actually has Heal Bell. Wow. So Defogs, and what the frick? I'm gonna Frustration this because I don't want him to get off a Defog on the SD, as he does just go straight for the Defog. And I'm gonna go for the Close Combat right here, predicting the Rotomosh to want to come in, as I get that correctly, which is just great. And oh my god, is this thing Scarf? It has to be. I'm gonna go to my Garchomp on the Volt Switch, as he actually goes for the Will-O-Wisp. So if he's Scarf, he is locked into that Will-O-Wisp, and I get off my rocks while killing my Garchomp, so now I just need to pressure the Mew. As he actually brings in the Mew again, that's a mistake for sure on his end, because Frustration will be able to take this thing out, and now I have my rocks up and he is not able to Defog. So yes, I do, it's not a roll or something, so I am able to take out the Mew, and now I have my rocks up, which is just great. I get that 25% on 4 out, oh, he just forfeits. My god, I'm low on the ladder. But this Pinsir plus Zygarde, man, that's the way to roll. You just run through these teams. But we've got Sandzard actually, but he actually has a Starmie. Wow. And I guess he's going for Garchomp to be less Bisharp weak, but oh wow, that's actually quite interesting. I think I want to just lead off with my Garchomp and get up these rocks, and he actually leads off with his Charizard, so I kind of want to Dragon Tail this thing out. As does he go for the Solar Beam? Yeah, okay, and that is not a 2 KO, as I'm able to Dragon Tail that out, get some damage, and actually get his own Garchomp. I want to go for my rocks. I'm going to try to get out my rocks. I mean, this thing should be Tank Chomp because he is extremely Bisharp weak if he's not. Extremely, yeah, he actually gets up his own rocks first, so right here I could see him. Oh man, I want to switch out, but I don't know what he'll go for. I don't know if he'll go for a Dragon move or Earthquake. I want to go to my Azumarill just because well, actually he has the Ferrothorn, just that's why I feel like he would go for the Dragon Tail, as he does go for the Dragon Tail right there, and I really don't want to pull a double into Magneton and get Earthquake, so I'm just going to play rough. As he does go for the Earthquake, and I do connect with my play rough, so I'm able to get off a big hit on that. And I kind of want to preserve this for to get Healing Wish later, so I want to go to my Latias. If he Dragon Tails, good for him, as he does not Dragon Tail, he just goes straight for the Earthquake, so ooh, I'm just going to go for Draco Meteor here, as he goes to Ferrothorn actually, so I'm okay with this. I'm just going to go to my Magneton. I have no worries. If he wants to pull a switch, then he can pull a switch. I'm okay with going to Magneton. I'm perfectly fine with that. I need to figure out what his hazard removal is and pressure that one, but I may also want to choose to go for the Defog on my own, depending on how the situations turn out. Like, if this thing starts setting up spikes, then I'm going to want to start getting my Defog. But he does pull a double, actually pulls a double into Tyranitar. So he could go for the Pursuit right here, I don't care, as he goes to his Ferrothorn again, wow. So that's actually a nice play. Not going to lie, that's a pretty nice play, but I could just go to my Azumarill, let it die, and trap this. I could do that. How much do I need this? That's not doing much. I mean, it's actually, it is doing some stuff, but I mean, I think Zygarde is going to win this game, so I just want to kill this Ferrothorn and get off a Defog later on and then get out my rocks again, so yeah, I think that's what I'm going to be trying to do, but this will allow him to bring in his Excadrill, which is annoying, but I am able to get off the hidden power as he actually lives, and he does not set up spikes, so I'm okay with that. I think Gyro Ball was one of his worst options, but he gets off guaranteed damage. Leech Seed could miss, so I guess there's that, but he brings in his Tyranitar. He's definitely going to try to Pursuit Trap. But, I'm just going to pull a switch. Yeah, he does go for the Pursuit, and he actually kills me, so... I can go into my Zygarde quite freely and just Dragon Dance. Like, I see no downsides. Just clicking DD. As, yeah, he is probably going to go to his Garchomp, as that's exactly what he does. And I can Earthquake this thing right here, not take any damage, and not get locked into Outrage, as in comes the Tyranitar most likely. That's the only thing he can do. But yeah, Zygarde is so bulky, I might be able to take actually 2 hits from the Excadrill, depending on whether it's Life Orb or not. So I think Zygarde was just ready to take that game, and yeah, so we actually get Rain again, and this Rain again has no Volt Switch immunity, so we're going to be aiming to trap that Scizor with the Magneton later on, but he does lead off with the Politoed. I'm just going to Volt Switch right here, and man, thank God Zapdos does not have Volt Absorb or Lightning Rod. I don't know, what is it supposed to have? What is its hidden ability with Zapdos? Let's see. Static. Oh, I thought, okay, never mind. Ignore me. I'm thinking of Raikou, actually. But, yeah, there is his Zapdos, and wow, that did nothing. I'm really surprised by that. I do have an Assault Vest, so I want to hit this thing with a Rain-boosted Waterfall, and I think this thing is Spadef, because that Volt Switch did nothing, as there's a Thunder. And oh my god, just gone. That Zapdos just dropped. That's insane. And oh my god, so in comes the Ludicolo. I want to pull a switch into my Latias. I'm expecting the Giga Drain, and because of my good bulk, I can tank an Ice Beam quite comfortably, so I want to Draco Meteor this thing, as Yeah, he goes for the Ice Beam. I will be able to live this, and Draco Meteor takes it out. I'm not sure how much that crit mattered. It might have mattered, but I kind of doubt it in all honesty, because it is a Life Orb. Stab Draco Meteor. In comes his Manaphy. His best place to go for the Water move, but I'm just gonna go to my Azumarill, and he goes for the Tail Glow. Yeah, I don't really agree with that. I'm just going to get off a Rain Boosted Aqua Jet on this, and then just Volt Switch around with my Magneton, as he just goes for a Psychic. And it is revealed to be Leftovers, so I don't know, I definitely want to keep this Magneton around more than I want to keep my Latias, so I'm just going to Volt Switch. I did not expect a Thunderbolt to kill. It might have. I didn't want to calc it, so yeah, there's the Surf. Now I can go to Magneton again and Volt Switch again. And yeah, now this Manaphy is either gone or it's forced out into Breloom or Scizor. And then I can just bring in my Pinsir and put in a ton of work. Or I can bring in something else depending on what he wants to go to. But he just leaves in his Manaphy, so... seeing as he just left it in, I'm just going to go to my Garchomp. See what he wants to do. If he goes to Breloom, I am running 263 speed, so I can Earthquake it, break any potential Sash. If he goes to Politoed, I can just get up Rocks and get that chip damage. It's always good, even though it's late game Rocks. And he goes for the Scald, gets the burn. I'm just gonna go for an Earthquake, get some chip damage on. I actually get a crit. That's actually really good for me, as he gets his own crit. So meanie, but I'm just gonna go for the Volt Switch right here. I don't know if it does not kill. I don't know if Thunderbolt is gonna kill him, that's why. But I can just go to Zygarde here without any worry, and he just goes for the Scald. Even if he gets the burn, I have the Lumberry. And I can just Earthquake this. I am Scarf Magneton, so I'm not worried about that Scizor, even if it Swords Dances. I don't know, I'm not worried about that Scizor. I have my own Quick Attack, I can Earthquake and Extreme Speed and stuff like that. So even though he has Rain for 4 more turns, I'm not worried about that Scizor, and I can, yeah, the Breloom is not a problem for sure, so, I think I'll waste enough Rain turns, even if I go for the Outrage, and that, yeah, he does live, but I do have the Lumberry, so, yeah, I am able to kill this, and hopefully I get a 2-turn Outrage, as he just goes for the Mach Punch. And do I get 2 turns? Yeah, I do get 2 turns. So he can bring the Scizor right here. I have no worries. I'm just going to go to my Pinsir. I do expect to live a +2 BP, but I'm going to actually calc this Pinsir Mega. As, oh, I actually had that here. Scizor. Oh, you bulky. Yeah, I should live, but if he's offensive, let's see if he's 252 Adamant. Oh, even then, if he's 252 Adamant, I should be able to live. So with that in mind, I'm just going to go for the Frustration, as he does go for the Bullet Punch, and I am able to live. And I have no reason to Quick Attack, risk him roosting around and stuff. So yeah, he just goes for a BP, go into my Magneton, and HP Fire this for the win. So I think I'm just going to end this live right there. I hope you guys enjoyed Pinsir and Zygarde putting in so much work. And yeah, this live was just laid back. Hope you guys... yeah, this was just laid back live. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, and yeah, support my channel, leave comments, and I love to read you guys' comments. So yeah, that's it. See you guys later.